HD-DVD is a discontinued, high-density optical disc format for storing data and high-definition video. Supported principally by Toshiba, HD-DVD was envisioned to be the successor to the standard DVD format. On 19 February 2008, after a protracted format war with rival Blu-ray, Toshiba abandoned the format, announcing it would no longer develop or manufacture HD DVD players and drives. The HD DVD promotion group was dissolved on March 28, 2008. The HD DVD physical disc specifications were still in use as the basis for the China Blue high-definition disc formerly called CHDVD. Because all variants except 3x DVD and HD Rec employed a blue laser with a shorter wavelength, HD DVD stored about 3.2 times as much data per layer as its predecessor. History. In the mid-1990s, commercial HD TV sets started to enter a larger market, but there was no inexpensive way to record or play back HD content. JVC's DVHS and Sony's HDCAM formats could store that amount of data, but were neither popular nor well-known. It was well known that using lasers with shorter wavelengths would yield optical storage with higher density. Shuji Nakamura invented practical blue laser diodes, but a lengthy patent lawsuit delayed commercial introduction. Origins and competition from Blu-ray discs. Sony started two projects supplying the new diodes, Udo and DVR Blue, together with Philips, a format of rewritable discs which would eventually become Blu-ray disc, and later on with Pioneer, a format of read-only discs. The two formats share several technologies. In February 2002, the project was officially announced as Blu-ray Disc, and the Blu-ray Disc Association was founded by the 9 initial members. The DVD forum was deeply split over whether to go with the more expensive blue lasers or not. Although today's Blu-ray discs appear virtually identical to a standard DVD, when the Blu-ray discs were initially developed they required a protective caddy to avoid mishandling by the consumer. The Blu-ray disc prototypes caddy was both expensive and physically different from DVD, posing several problems. In March 2002, the forum voted to approve a proposal endorsed by Warner Bros. And other motion picture studios that involved compressing HD content onto dual-layer DVD-9 discs. In spite of this decision, the DVD Forum's steering committee announced in April that it was pursuing its own blue laser high-definition solution. In August, Toshiba and NEC announced their competing standard advanced optical disc. It was adopted by the DVD Forum and renamed to HD DVD the next year. Its members comprised Toshiba as the chair company and secretary, Memorytech Corporation and NEC as vice chair companies, and Sanyo Electric as auditors. There were 61 general members and 72 associate members in total. The HD DVD promotion group was officially dissolved on March 28, 2008, following Toshiba's announcement on February 19, 2008 that it would no longer develop or manufacture HD DVD players and drives. Attempts to avoid a format war, much like the VHS versus Betamax videotape format war during the late 1970s and early 1980s, HD DVD was competing with a rival format, in this case, Blu-ray disc. In 2008, major content manufacturers and key retailers began withdrawing their support for the format. In an attempt to avoid a costly format war, the Blu-ray Disc Association and DVD Forum attempted to negotiate a compromise in early 2005. One of the issues was that Blu-ray disc companies wanted to use a Java-based platform for interactivity, while HD DVD companies wanted to use Microsoft's iHD. Another problem was the physical formats of the discs themselves. The negotiations proceeded slowly and ultimately stalled. On August 22, 2005, the Blu-ray Disc Association and DVD Forum announced that the negotiations to unify their standards had failed. Rumors surfaced that talks had stalled publicly. The same reasons of physical format incompatibility were cited. By the end of September that year, Microsoft and Intel jointly announced their support for HD DVD. Hewlett-Packard attempted to broker a compromise between the Blu-ray Disc Association and Microsoft by demanding that Blu-ray Disc use Microsoft's HDI instead of BDJ and threatening to support HD DVD instead. The Blu-ray Disc Association did not, however, agree to HP's demands. Launch on March 31, 2006, Toshiba released their first consumer-based HD DVD player in Japan at 110,000 yen. HD DVD was released in the United States on April 18, 2006, with players priced at $499 and $799. The first HD DVD titles were released on April 18, 2006. They were The Last Samurai, $1 Million Baby, and The Phantom of the Opera by Warner Home Video and Serenity by Universal Studios. The first independent HD film released on HD DVD was 1/6 Right. Sales developments. In December 2006, Toshiba reported that roughly 120,000 Toshiba-branded HD DVD players had been sold in the United States, along with 150,000 HD DVD add-on units for the Xbox 360. On April 17, 2007, 1 year after the first HD DVD titles were released, the HD DVD Group reported that they had sold 100,000 dedicated HD DVD units in the United States. In the middle of 2007, the first HD DVD recorders were released in Japan. In November 2007, the Toshiba HDA2 was the first high-definition player to be sold at a sale price of less than $100. This was done through several major retailers to make room for the new HDA3 models. These closeout sales lasted less than a day each due to both limited quantities and high demand at that price point. In the same month, the HD DVD Promotion Group announced that 750,000 HD DVD players had been sold, which included standalone players in the Xbox 360 add-on. In January 2008, Toshiba announced that close to 1 million dedicated HD DVD players had been sold. As of June 24, 2008, 475 HD DVD titles had been released in the US. As of April 29, 2008, 236 HD DVD titles had been released in Japan. Approximately 232 were released in the UK. Decline on January 4, 2008, citing consumer confusion and indifference as a reason for lackluster high-definition software sales. Warner Bros. Publicly announced it would stop supporting HD DVD by June 2008, and the company would release HD titles only on Blu-ray disc. But despite public statements from Warner Bros., privately it was rumored that Warner Bros. Had received $500 million from the Blu-ray Disc Association to go Blu-ray exclusive. According to Matt Buchanan at Gizmodo, Warner actually wanted to go HD DVD. They gave Toshiba the chance to bring another studio into the HD DVD camp before they turned blue. Fox was lined up, and told the HD DVD camp it was going to switch to HD DVD, which would have also turned Warner exclusively HD DVD. At the last possible minute, it nixed the deal. Gizmodo also reports that Don Lindich from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette received inside information a week before the switch. Quoting Lindich, "It's because Fox received a reported $120 million payout from Sony to stay Blu-ray. Warner then switched and received between $400 and $500 million for its defection." according to Lindacher's article for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, with no studio joining them on the HD-DVD side. Warner's hand was forced and it went with Blu-ray, receiving a reported $500 million for doing so. This was followed by news of Netflix phasing out support for the format, and Best Buy's decision to recommend Blu-ray disc over HD DVD in its retail locations and to remove HD DVD players as part of its ongoing HD TV Advantage promotion. Finally, retailer Walmart announced that it would be supporting only Blu-ray disc by June 2008. On February 19, 2008, Toshiba announced plans to discontinue development, marketing and manufacturing of HD DVD players while still providing product support and after-sale service to consumers of the format. The company cited recent major changes in the market. Shipments of HD DVD machines to retailers were reduced and eventually stopped by the end of March 2008. End of releases. The final HD DVD releases in the United States from a major studio were Paramount's Into the Wild, Warner's P.S. I Love You and Twister, on May 27, 2008. In June, the final HD DVD to be released was Freedom 6 from Bandai Visual. Bandai Visual acknowledged the demise of HD DVD, but stated that it wanted to completed the release of the 7-part Freedom project, of which 6 parts were released. The 7th part, due for August 2008, never saw a release. Disco Pigs was announced but postponed, with no new date announced for release. Death Proof was released on HD DVD format by Senator Films in Germany on December 15, 2008. This special release also was a steelbook. On April 3, 2010, Engadget reported that Anthem Films would release the film Deadlands 2, Trapped on HD DVD in a limited run of 500 copies. This eventually happened in the form of HD DVD-Rs. Deadlands The Rising, announced on September 5, 2010, was released on HD DVD for a limited copies. Just like previous released on Deadlands 2, Trapped, the film was pressed on HD DVD-R disc. Warner Blu-ray disc replacements in the US. In mid-2009, Warner offered to replace any HD DVD Warner Home Video release with a Blu-ray disc equivalent for $4.95 each plus $6.95 shipping to the contiguous United States or $8.95 to Alaska, Hawaii or Puerto Rico. The deal required the HD DVD's original sleeve art to be returned to Warner as a proof of purchase. The turnaround time for processing was approximately 2 weeks. Multi-disc sets were exchangeable at a discount, e.g., $14.95 for the 5-disc Blade Runner release, rather than $24.75. No exchanges were offered to customers outside the United States. Technical specifications. The current specification books for HD DVD are listed at the DVDF LLC website. Disc structure: HD DVD-ROM, HD DVD-R and HD DVD-RW have a single layer capacity of 15 GB, and a dual layer capacity of 30 GB. HD DVD-RAM has a single layer capacity of 20 GB. Like the original DVD format, the data layer of an HD DVD is 0.6 mm below the surface to physically protect the data layer from damage. The numerical aperture of the optical pickup head is 0.65, compared with 0.6 for DVD. All HD DVD players are backward compatible with DVD and CD. Recording speed. File systems. As with previous optical disc formats, HD DVD supports several file systems, such as ISO 9660 and Universal Disc Format. All HD DVD titles use UDF version 2.5 as the file system. In this file system, multiplex audio and video streams are stored in EVO container format. Audio. The HD DVD format supports encoding in up to 24-bit, 192 kHz for 2 channels, or up to 8 channels of up to 24-bit, 96 kHz encoding. All HD DVD players are required to decode uncompressed linear PCM, Dolby Digital AC3, Dolby Digital X, DTS, Dolby Digital Plus EAC3 and Dolby Trude. A secondary soundtrack, if present, can be stored in any of the aforementioned formats, or in one of the HD DVD optional codecs. DTS HD high-resolution audio and DTS HD master audio. For the highest fidelity audio experience, HD DVD offers content produces the choice of LPCM, Dolby Trude and DTS HD master audio. Video. HD DVD video can be encoded using VC1, H264, MPEG-4 AVC, or H262, MPEG-2 Part 2. A wide variety of resolutions are supported, from low-resolution SIFT, all SDTV resolutions supported by DVD video, and HDTV formats. 720p, 1080i, and 1080p. All studio-released movie titles have featured video in a 1080 line format, with companion supplements in 480i or 480p. The vast majority of releases were encoded with VC1, and most of the remaining titles encoded with H264, MPEG-4 AVC. Digital rights management. If a publisher wishes to restrict use of its HD DVD content, it may use the Advanced Access Content System, although this is not required for normal disc playback. AACS is a standard for content distribution and digital rights management. It is developed by AACS Licensing Administrator, LLC, a consortium that includes Disney, Intel, Microsoft, Panasonic, Warner Bros., IBM, Toshiba and Sony. One of the advantages over CSS, the content restriction system for DVDs, is that AACS allows content providers to revoke an individual player device if its cryptographic keys have been compromised. There is no region coding in the existing HD DVD specification, which means that titles from any country can be played in players in any other country. Since appearing in devices in 2006, several successful attacks have been made on the format. The first known attack relied on the trusted client problem. In addition, decryption keys have been extracted from a weakly protected player. Notably, a processing key was found that could be used to decrypt all HD content that had been released at the time. The processing key was widely published on the Internet after it was found, and the AACSLA sent multiple DMCA takedown notices in the aim of censoring it. This caused trouble on some sites that rely on user-submitted content, like Dig and Wikipedia, when administrators tried to remove any mentions of the key. Slysoft has stated that any DVD HD uses several different mechanisms to disable the encryption, and is not dependent on the use of a single compromised encryption key. Other AACS circumvention programs have become available, like DVD Fab HD Decryptor. Interactive content. HD DVDs use advanced content to allow interactive content to be authored for discs. Microsoft's implementation of advanced content is the HDI interactive format, and HDI is frequently used to refer to the Advanced Content System. Advanced content is based on web technologies such as HTML, XML, CSS, SMIL, and ECMAScript. So authoring in advanced content should be a fairly easy transition for web developers. No existing DVD authoring experience is required. In comparison, Blu-ray disc content is authored using either a scripting environment or a Java-based platform. DVD video discs use pre-rendered MPEG segments, selectable subtitle pictures, and simple programmatic navigation, which is considerably more limited. Hardware. Compatibility. Backward compatibility is available with all HD DVD players, allowing users to have a single player to play all types of HD DVD, DVD and CD. There is also a hybrid HD DVD format which contains both DVD and HD DVD versions of the same movie on a single disc, providing a smooth transition for the studios in terms of publishing movies, and allowing consumers with only DVD players to still use the discs. DVD replication companies can continue using their current production equipment with only minor alterations when changing over to the format of HD DVD replication. Due to the structure of the single-lens optical head, both red and blue laser diodes can be used in smaller, more compact HD DVD players. General-purpose computers' HD DVD drives can also be used with a desktop, laptop personal computer running Windows XP, Windows Vista, Mac OS XV 10.5, Leopard, and many varieties of Linux. Third-party player software for Windows and Linux have successfully played HD DVD titles using the add-on drive. Released at the end of November 2006, the Microsoft HD DVD drive for the Xbox 360 game console gives the Xbox 360 the ability to play HD DVD movies. The drive was announced with an MSRP of $199 and includes a USB 2.0 cable for connection to the console. The first drives also included Peter Jackson's King Kong or Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins on HD DVD. The final, regular, for the drive was $129.99 as of February 25, 2008. On February 23, 2008, Microsoft discontinued the Xbox 360 HD DVD player. Dual compatibility drives. In 2007, LG and Samsung released standalone consumer players that could read both HD DVD and Blu-ray discs. The machines were sold at premium prices, but failed to sell in large quantities. In May 2008, both companies announced they would stop manufacturing dual compatibility drives. A few computer manufacturers sold computers with combination HD DVD, Blu-ray disc drives. LG marketed a Blu-ray writer that also read HD DVD discs. HD DVD, Blu-ray disc comparison. HD DVD competed primarily with Blu-ray disc. Both formats were designed as successors to DVD, capable of higher quality video and audio playback, and of greater capacity when used to store video, audio, and computer data. Blu-ray disc and HD DVD share most of the same methods of encoding media onto discs with each other, resulting in equivalent levels of audio and visual quality, but differ in other aspects such as interactive capabilities, internet integration, usage control and enforcement, and in which features were mandatory for players. The storage size also varies. A dual-layer HD DVD holds a maximum of 30 GB of data, while a dual-layer Blu-ray disc carries 50 GB. Development. Even after finalizing the HD DVD standard, engineers continued developing the technology. A 51 GB triple-layer spec was approved at the DVD Forum's 40th Steering Committee meeting. No movies had been scheduled for this disc type, and Toshiba had declined to say whether the 51 GB disc was compatible with existing drives and players. Specification 2.0 Part 1 for triple-layer HD DVD had been approved in November 2007. At the SAE 2007, Ritek revealed their high-definition optical disc process that extended both competing high-definition formats to 10 layers, increasing capacity to 150 GB for HD DVD and 250 GB for Blu-ray disc. A major obstacle to implementing this technology in either format is that reader-writer technology available may not be able to support the additional data layers. NEC, Broadcom, Horizon Semiconductors, and ST Microelectronics have separately developed a single-chip laser that can read both the HD DVD and the Blu-ray disc standard. Broadcom and ST Microelectronics will be selling their dual-format single-chip laser solution to any OEM willing to develop a product based on the chip.